привет, с вами Тори. Мы продолжаем играть в GreedFall. Окей, что у нас тут по заданиям есть? Здесь, например, чемпион арены. Вот это. Деда только надо будет взять с собой. Посмотрим, что-нибудь интересное положили нам. Это шея тут была. Ничего интересного не положили. Так, где ты, дедуля? Где ты? Вот. Давай тебя вместо вот этой. Хотя нет. Лучше так сделал. А где что? Да нам куда? А, поговорить. Куда ты пошел? Стал тут в каком месте неудачном. Давай выйдем на улицу вообще.
Have you considered my proposition?
Very well. Let's go and discover what the governor would rather keep hidden from the world.
Excellent.
How would you like to go about this?
We must search her apartments in St. Matthias. They'll be guarded, of course. But if we are discreet, that shouldn't be a problem.
This is taking quite a risk. The congregation's reputation could suffer if we're caught, and my cousin's position would be weakened.
I know. But keep in mind that I know the palace extremely well. And if we want to be sure to pass without being noticed, we need only dress ourselves up as servants.
That would improve our chances. Well, let's do it.
Да дайте пройти. Что задача? Куда мне надо идти? А, вот сюда. Там есть одежка? Лугита. Следопыта есть. Ну, может, там где-то по дороге найдется. Где мне взять одежду слуги? Давай так походим, сейчас посмотрим. Где-нибудь найду здесь.
This area of the palace is forbidden to visitors by order of the Mother Cardinal.
We did not know. Please, excuse us.
The basements are for servants only.
Very well. We'll go back up.
Удобный жилет. Остался его найти или может купить? Или скрафтить? Ладно, сейчас тут посмотрим еще. Может тут где-нибудь еще есть? Закрыто. Нет, тут больше не пройти. Хорошо, пойдем к какому-то торговцу предстанем.
Welcome to the best holy item shop in San Mateus.
Я это все не могу использовать, конечно же. Так, одежка. Какая прелесть.
Goodbye. May the enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
Я одела. А ты почему не одел? Ну, попробуем вот тут пройти.
It's blocked.
Как же так? А как мне тут еще пройти? Тут вроде больше никак. Вот такое. Я переоделась же. Просить что-то у этого мужика, может? А, он не разговаривает. Ладно, пойдем тогда. Вон через верх как-нибудь.
Ah, Your Excellency. The Enlightened must have sent you. I would like to ask a favor of you.
I'm listening.
As you may be aware, we suspected this island might be the one St. Lucius wrote about.
Is that so?
We did, but let me explain. This island was where St. Mateus lived at the end of his life, and where he founded a perfect community. Some time ago, we created a village which we called Eden, following his example. We chose this place as it seemed to be the closest to the one described in the Holy Scriptures. It is a home to a community of converted islanders, accompanied and guided in their budding faith by our theologians. As you can imagine, it is of the utmost importance to us. All the more so because we discovered some tablets there, which were engraved by our founder.
An extraordinary discovery that confirms your suspicions.
I see you understand. Alas, these tablets were stolen, probably by the islanders who still reject our influence. I know that you are generally well accepted by the natives. That is why I was hoping that you could help us to retrieve what belongs to us.
I suppose I could go to Eden and try to retrieve them.
Marvelous. The leader of the community, Father Justinius, will be able to answer your questions. May the Enlightened assist you in this holy quest, Your Excellency.
И как вообще меня узнала? Ключи нашла. Так, я где нахожусь-то? Так, тут ничего. Все-таки где-то здесь. Ну, давай смотреть. Да, заглянем. Вот что-то. Записка. Подземелье. Тут все разбросано-то. Вау. Так, мне через какое место пройти? Нижние этажи. Вот здесь можно спуститься разве что. Дядька, уйти. А, уже ничего не мешает?
Ah, well. This is a very unique place. The smell of stupor and vice reign as its masters.
You're not wrong. We should search this place. Oh, for goodness sake. This room reeks of alcohol.
And not just any old alcohol, if my nose does not deceive me. Cornelia always had great taste when it came to drinking.
It seems that someone forgot their earring.
Ugh, here is an object of more than questionable taste. A woman from a good family would never wear it. It's junk. The kind of thing a courtesan would wear.
I didn't know you were an expert on the subject, Father.
The subject of jewelry?
No, of courtesans.
We are here at the heart of human depravity. Outrageous luxury, excessively priced alcohol, obvious debauchery.
Surely this is enough to incriminate the Mother Cardinal.
No, my child. These things are common in certain circles, even in Theleme, unfortunately. Cornelia may well have organized these things for others. These parties might be of use in gaining some political favor. We must find out who is involved and learn more.
The earring that we found may help us with that. We could ask at the brothel if it belongs to a prostitute.
We should continue searching. Perhaps we missed something.
Какая-то дверь есть. Отлично. Как я удачненько ключ-то захватила.
This document is highly important. By reading it carefully, you could learn a lot. The Mother Cardinal apparently borrows large amounts of money from a moneylender. Actually, enormous sums.
What's more, she does so quite regularly. How does she manage to give it all back?
And the name Candy Cane crops up several times. Quite suspicious, don't you think?
This sweet person must be doing her huge favors to get these sums. I think we have everything we need. There is probably a connection between these pleasure parties and the account books. Let's ask a few questions.
The moneylender is well established. He can be found near the main square. As for this Candy Cane, the name doesn't ring any bells to me, but the moneylender must know more about him.
We can also go and gather information at the Coin Tavern. Perhaps the manager knows him.
Окей, пойдем. Надо переодеться, наверное. Что на тебе было одето? Вот это? Да. Что у нас тут поблизости? Ростовщик вот. Давай с ростовщика начнем. Вот здесь. Ой, тут может пройти.
Can I help you?
Yes, actually. I have a small favor to ask.
You don't look like you need money from me.
I have been sent by the Mother Cardinal. She needs money. You know why.
That's unusual. She usually comes in person. Oh, well, business is business after all. What do you want?
She has sent me to find out if she still owes money. And to make a little withdrawal.
No debts to settle. Everything is in order, as always. How much does she need? Same as last time?
Yes, that would be perfect.
Excellent. Let her know that the usual conditions apply.
Do you think that will be all right for Candy Cane?
What do you mean for Candy Cane? Good Lord, are you crazy or something? I don't want to know what my clients get up to with their money.
I apologize. I'm not used to all this. I thought that...
You think too much. Go and see him, sort your business out, and come back to see me when you know how much she needs.
Very well. Thank you very much.
Так, дальше что у нас? А это что? А это одно и то же место? Тут, наверное, не пройти. Пройти, но только не в ту сторону, в которую мне надо. Ну ладно, давай так обойдем. Где тут вход-то? А, вот. Кругами хожу.
Can I get you anything?
I'm here for something else. Can I ask you a couple of questions?
If you wish. What would you like to know?
What can you tell me about a certain candy cane?
Candy cane. Everyone speaks about him or has heard of him, but no one really knows him.
And what do they say about him?
Here, nothing. You need to go downstairs for that sort of thing.
To the games room and the brothel?
Yes, that's more the kind of place where they'd talk about him.
You sometimes deliver goods to your big clients. Isn't that right?
Of course. The rich don't like to get drunk among mere mortals.
And have you ever supplied anyone from the palace?
Yes, that has happened. It suits them.
And who places these orders?
Well, a steward, of course. Don't you know how things work?
A woman? Dressed in a long green cloak?
No, the steward is more discreet. On the other hand, the person in the big green coat, the steward speaks to her sometimes. They know each other or work together.
Do you think that the Mother Cardinal may have been here?
Are you drunk or something?
I have to go. I will leave you to your work.
Внизу. Где тут вас пройти вниз? Так, это что? Нет, не здесь. Ты кто?
Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
А, это арена.
I imagine that the name Candy Cane rings a bell.
Obviously. Even though I would prefer it wasn't the case. He's a sort of... organizer. He captures most of the beasts who fight in the arena.
How is that a problem?
Apparently, he's fixed a few fights. These kind of rumors aren't good for my business.
If that's the case, why don't you stop him?
He has friends, protectors. Without solid evidence, no one will lift a finger. And the only ones who wanted to speak of his cartel have disappeared.
Do you know where I could find him?
He often hangs out around the port at night, but I strongly advise you to stay away from the guy.
I know how to look after myself. Thanks for the information. I must be going.
Next time, then.
А что еще? Я поговорила с ним. Вот это где-то я не сделала. Ну-ка, дай-ка вниз спущусь. А, вот здесь.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed. So, have you found what you were looking for?
Let's just say that I'm gathering information.
My treasures are worth their price. I promise you that you will get your money's worth. For you, I'm sure we can make a special arrangement.
Интересно, получится?
Father, do you want to explain to this man why we are here?
Of course. We are not here for your services, but to lead an investigation. Several clients of yours have made a complaint. Precious objects disappearing after your employees' visits.
People in very high places are concerned, which explains why we've been asked to take care of it.
This cannot be. Well, listen. Come in, but please be discreet.
Thank you for your cooperation.
С этой начнем.
Look, a new face. Oh, but wouldn't that be... Hello, Father.
Oh, hello.
We would like to know if you know who this earring belongs to. Is it maybe yours?
Absolutely not. I am careful not to leave my belongings with clients, and I have no desire to answer your questions. That doesn't fall within my services.
Very well. Goodbye.
There are too many of you for me alone, my little lambs.
Sorry, madam, but we are here to ask other favors of you. This question might seem a little surprising, but do you know who this earring might belong to?
Why? It's mine. I lost it when... How did you get hold of it?
Are you sure you want to broach that subject here?
You're right. Come with me. Well, what do you want? Why are you giving me back my earring?
You know where we found it, don't you?
Obviously. I realized as soon as I got back that I'd lost it.
I imagine your pimp does not know that you take part in these parties. He doesn't dabble in this at all?
No. Do not say anything to him, I beg you. He's on my case enough as it is.
Then I suggest you answer my questions.
What would you like to know?
Could you tell us who you saw at the parties?
Rich people, or better. They seemed very rich and important to me. But I don't know them.
Do you know who organizes these parties?
Not really, no. A steward pays me when I go, but I don't see anyone else, apart from the clients.
You can't even give me a single name?
No. The only person who sometimes speaks to this steward is a woman who is always wearing a green coat. She never takes part in the festivities, but the steward rushes over whenever she arrives.
Do you think that an important person from Teleme could have partaken in these soirees?
You're thinking of Mother Cardinal, aren't you? You lot really think we are a bunch of degenerates.
You're hardly a shining example of virtue, my child. Just answer our questions.
Sorry, Father, I don't know the Mother Cardinal, but I strongly doubt she dabbles in that.
You don't think you could recognize her, and you don't think you've crossed paths. What a testimony. Admit it. You must know more than you're letting on. It's virtually impossible not to recognize someone while being so close to these influential people. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I was able to recognize someone, once. Even with a mask on, I'm good at recognizing my clients.
Please continue. I'm all ears.
I don't want to implicate anyone, but he is of no real importance, and you've probably never even heard of him. It's the local moneylender.
I know very well who you're referring to, my dear.
But I didn't mention anything to you, huh? This stays between us.
I don't even remember the subject of this conversation anymore. This woman in the green coat, could you tell me about her?
She always hides her face and never joins us. Then she disappears into a little office and locks the door.
I see. She is quite important, then. Do you know someone who goes by the name of Candy Cane?
Everyone does. He is a powerful person, so his name makes the rounds.
Have you ever spotted him at these pleasure parties?
In all honesty, I wouldn't even be able to recognize him. I've heard his name before, but that's all.
Thank you for your help.
Be sure not to mention this to anyone. I'd lose my clients if they suspected me of speaking about them, you know.
Так, хорошо. Я еще нахожусь. А что еще мне надо?
Can I get you anything? Look who it is. I feel that once again you're not here to support my business.
I am looking for a woman who comes here. She always wears a long green coat.
Yes, I have seen this coat before, but I have no idea who is beneath it, if that's what you're asking. All I know is that I've seen her speaking to a regular, a steward of the palace who comes to place big orders. Always prime choice.
I have to go. I will leave you to your work.
Что еще?
Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
I am looking for someone. A woman wearing a big green coat.
Yeah, I know who you mean. She's a good client. She comes in especially for the big fights, and she has prime information.
Do you know where I can find her?
No, I don't even know her name.
She wouldn't happen to be coming back to collect some winnings, would she?
No, and I can't really tell you when she'll show up next.
I must be going.
Next time, then.
So, how do you see things, my child?
I think that the usurer is lending money to the Cardinal, and very significant sums at that. With this money, she bets on the arena fights while hiding in a big green coat. And she also gives large amounts to a certain Candy Cane, known for fixing fights.
Not only does our dear Cornelia love betting games, but she also wouldn't think twice about cheating to win.
Maybe he is just giving her advice. How can we prove anything?
We can always try asking him. Who knows? Perhaps he will give us an answer.
Хорошо, пойдем попробуем найти. Найти. Вроде как ночью надо. Ладно, попробуем. Где я?
Candy Cane is not here. At least not yet. Remember, my child, the bookmaker told us that he hangs around here at night.
That's true, you were right. Let's come back later.
Да, я так и думала. Где мы живем? Где мой дом? Вот. Сейчас вернемся. Так, до сюда. Ну чего так много-то? Эй, чаточки зелененькие. Отлично. Вряд ли кому-то надо, ну ладно. Так, хорошо, пойдем дальше. Сюда, по-моему, мне надо. Ну как тогда? О, колечко. Так, никуда. А, я почти дошла.
Good evening. Are you the one they call Candy Cane?
Who are you?
Desardet, legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate, no less. I imagine in these cases, the one accompanying you is the famous Petrus.
You seem to be very well informed. Therefore, you might be able to answer my question. What do you know about a woman in a green coat?
Why would I tell you?
We know that you have business with this woman, and that she is actually the Mother Cardinal.
How did you... You would be better off forgetting that.
That's not exactly the response I'd imagined. But nevertheless, seems rather eloquent.
I told you to forget about it, or you'll soon run into trouble. Legate or no legate.
Come on. It was just an innocent little conversation. Goodbye, Mr. Kane.
Bye. And Godspeed.
We have enough information.
Really? Is the fact that she bets on fights that are potentially fixed enough for you?
It's already a huge scandal. Let me just think about it for a little while. I will find a way of putting this information to good use.
I have faith in you, Father.
Окей. С этим мы разобрались. Так, что у нас вот здесь? Это что за задание? Ну давай. Раз уж мы тут рядом. Ой, тут не пройти. Это что такое?
Hello, milady. You are from the congregation, are you not?
Indeed. Desardet, Your admiral has sent me here.
Pleasure. You may call me Fernando. I am the port commander here. What might I do for you?
Your admiral informed me that you've been having problems with a few citizens of Thélème. What more can you tell me?
Problems, huh? We're up to our necks and sinking with problems. Yeah, I even received threats to my own person. One of those high and mighty long robes dared walk upon my docks with talk of burning me at the stake. Burning me? Then 2 of my men up and disappeared. And I do not believe in coincidence. I wanted to ask for help from the Mother Cardinal, but she did not answer my requests for an audience. The games of politics are not my forte, and investigations even less so. Find my men. I implore you. More questions?
Thanks. I've got everything I need.
It would appear that the Ordo Luminous has been up to mischief again. Their foolish zealousness has been causing us a lot of problems. If we let them, they burn the entire world and leave it to the enlightened to sort out the good from the bad.
We should talk to some other sailors at the port. If some of their comrades have also disappeared, they may be able to give us some information.
Вот, что-то есть. Где-то вот здесь рядышком. Вот этот, наверное.
Good day. I am looking for several sailors. Some naughts that disappeared a few days ago.
Sorry, that doesn't ring any bells. But I did hear talk like everyone else on the port, but that's all. You should ask the mage inquisitors who have taken up lodgings here of late. They must have certainly seen something. We see them everywhere, and they spend their time spying on all that moves, especially eyeing all that the Naughts are up to.
And what do these mage inquisitors look like?
They wear a very peculiar symbol.
We cannot question all the inquisitors roaming around the port.
Ну, тут еще кого-нибудь спросим.
Good day. I'm looking for 2 men, Naughts that went missing a few days ago. Do you know anything about them?
Why? As a matter of fact, I do. 3 or 4 days ago, I was at the tavern having a conversation with a sailor, a nice fellow. He was telling these stories. He was drinking hard. He went outside for a moment to... you can imagine. And well, he never came back. He wasn't that drunk to have passed out. If it were that, we would have found him. No. Something happened to him. That's a fact. But I would be at a loss to tell you what.
If one of the sailors disappeared as he came out of the tavern, that's where we should go. If we find inquisitors there, they'll certainly know more than the ones we see here.
Это нам куда?
We're approaching the tavern.
If you hope to hear some secrets, maybe we should be a little more discreet.
А куда мне? Я просто никого не вижу. А, вижу.
You again. Why am I not surprised to see you implicated in this story of surveillance?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
A witness told me that you and others of your order seem to be spying on all comings and goings in the port. 2 Naughts were captured not long ago. You had to have seen something.
You are mistaken, my daughter. You've been misinformed.
You know I have the Mother Cardinal's ear. Is she aware of your initiatives?
I do not appreciate this attempt at intimidation. But very well. Since you insist, these Naughts were arrested. We were forced to interrogate them to bring to light their pagan rituals.
It wasn't a sanctioned arrest, was it?
No. The Mother Cardinal is not aware. Not yet. But as soon as we have succeeded in making them talk and they have confessed their heresy, she...
Of course. Where did you take them?
The Coin Guard has lent us their jails and some men. We do not normally like to call upon the services of these brutes, but we have need of their skills and discretion.
These Inquisitors really do not realize the consequences of their actions. We will have to proceed with caution.
Кто вот это? Вниз? А дальше куда? Потом сюда? Вроде да.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice.
Вроде сюда. Давай будем красться. Тут ничего. И наверх, конечно, надо, не знаю. Не вот сюда. Привет.
Halt! You have no authority to go any further.
Давай, раз других вариантов нет.
So that you might go and have a little fun.
In that case, I could certainly look the other way for a while, but be discreet.
Thank you. Thank you for getting us out of there.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They tortured us. They wanted us to admit to all manner of horrors. Stories of some demonic cult and curses of Malachor. I was of the firm belief that they were going to kill us. But you must make haste. They are planning some sort of wickedness.
They spoke of a great purification. And after that, they did this to us. It doesn't bode well. Not at all. I heard them talking about their headquarters near the palace. Maybe you'll learn something there of interest. Thank you again for freeing us. We'll be able to make it back to port on our own.
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification, before they can execute their plan. We should go and see this Domitius after all. What he will tell us may help us understand.
Что здесь? Это я где? Вот это кто такой?
Greetings. Quartermaster Herbert. I'm in charge of these barracks. And you are?
De Sardet, legate of the congregation.
Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. And what can I do for you?
That will be all, Quartermaster. Thank you.
Это что такое? А, это я им тут наваляла. А что у меня тут по заданию-то? Епископом поговорить осталось. Вон сюда мне. Я тут не пройду, наверное. Ну ладно. Так вот обойду. Так ты где? Не сюда. О.
What do you want from me, my daughter?
Lady de Sardet, emissary of the congregation.
Ah, the congregation still has the uncanny gift of surprising us. I am Bishop Domitius. I represent the Ordo Luminous on the island. What can I do for you?
I believe you have a few problems with the Nauts who reside in the port.
We have problems with all matter of heretics, my daughter. And of course the pagan Nauts would be among them. They are very secretive, and have all sorts of strange rituals that they keep to themselves under cloak of mystery. The sorcery they employ to guide their ships is drawn from nature, just like the sorcery used by the natives. And to top it all off, and this is where it stings, we suspect them to be at the origin of the Malachor.
Whatever do you mean? How?
Have you ever once crossed paths with a Naut suffering from the Blood Plague? Why are they spared? The only logical reason is that they are at its origin, calling upon various cursed rituals. It's as simple as day. I am certain that we will find clues of their rituals and their pagan idols in their stockhouses in the port.
Very well. Let's just agree that these rumors need to be verified.
Anything else?
Вот здесь можно зайти.
Good day, de Sardet. How can I help you?
I met the representative of the Ordo Luminis, and he spoke of his fears concerning the Nauts.
That hardly surprises me. That man is full of pride and arrogance, and sees evil wherever he gazes.
That bishop is not made of milk and kindness, but his questions are intriguing. He suspects you to be somehow responsible for the Malachor, because you never fall prey to it.
Responsible for the Malachor? And how?
Through your magic. Some sort of ritual. Do you use a magic very similar to that of the natives?
I have nothing more to say about it. Those are merely the fantasies of a lunatic. More questions?
Thanks. I've got everything I need. The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Naught's secrets, but the documents at the Harbour Master's office may teach us something new, if we can stay discreet.
Надо выйти, я так подозреваю. Нет, не надо. Просто так темно. Вот здесь есть заход. Ой. Как туда попасть? А, вот здесь. Да. Наверх, наверное, как всегда. Портового управления.
This note speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate, even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way, we'll know exactly what the Naughts are hiding from us.
Алло. Да ты что, меня увидела? Она ушла. Кто топает тут, я слышу. Это где находится? Ладно. Нет, тут не пройти. А это вот этот. Что будем искать? Да блин. Мне в этот прям надо или в какой? Она уйдет отсюда или нет? Мне показалось. Как-то через верх может пробраться. У вас тут лежит? Это мне ничего не дает. Ну, она пошла. Эх. Придется их вынести. Ну и чё встал-то? Иди отсюда. Надеюсь, тут открыто.
I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court. It's used to spy upon the stuff. Nothing magic or impure therein. They are nothing but measuring instruments. These machines are extremely complex. I've never seen anything like this. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side. And that, it looks like a thermometer. And this other machine, does it really predict the weather? These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here, nor anything diabolical. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I have definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of Naught's secrets get the better of him.
Я хотела сюда заглянуть.
Now our priority is to discover what this great purification is.
Дай пройти. Так, он вроде уходит. Да нет! Вы куда побежали? Блин. Перегруз. Замечательно. Это мне куда топать? Надо где-то разгрузиться. Какого-нибудь торговца выберу. Ой.
Don't hesitate to have a rummage around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for.
Это точно продам. Так, шапку продам. Так, не знаю. Эти пока оставлю. Так, давай раскидаем очки. Давай вот это. Пусть будет запас магии. Тут вроде уже ничего нету. Да, господи, камера, что творишь? Oops.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
We must meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
Дайте выйти.
Yes?
I would like to have an audience with the Mother Cardinal to discuss the discoveries made during our investigation.
What is this about, Domitius?
Well, I don't rightly know.
The Ordo Luminis captured several Nauts, locked them in jails rented to them by the Coin Guard. They were tortured with the singular goal of forcing them to admit heresy. They obtained nothing. If I had not intervened, these men would be dead.
Is this true, Domitius?
Some of our brothers undoubtedly misinterpreted the evil. I would have never allowed such a plan.
These Nauts are now united with their captain, and I am certain they would be most eager to bear testimony. Following up on the accusations of Bishop Domitius, I wanted to verify for myself what this was all about. I went to take a look at their storerooms and saw what they contained. There were neither idols, nor objects of any ritual, nor even anything magical, and absolutely nothing that could be attributed to the origin of the Malachor. I found nothing but measuring instruments and diverse navigational machines. You see, Eminence, Bishop Domitius has brought to my ears his order's accusations concerning the Nauts. According to him, they practice a religion close to those of the natives, and use a nature-drawn magic. They would also be implicated, therefore, in the appearance of the Malachor.
That is an extremely serious accusation.
Effectively, considering the accusation is founded on no proof, other than the Naut's tradition of secrecy. But these suspicions have pushed the Order to extreme actions, risking the fragile peace of the island. I got wind of a ridiculous scheme planned for the port by the Ordo Luminis, and I wanted to clear it up. I was able to get my hand on documents that effectively detailed an attack, a great purification. They were signed by you, Father, and included a contract where you enlisted the assistance of the Coin Guard to attack every Naut building and imprison every one of their men that could be taken alive.
Domitius, how could you? Whatever did you want to accomplish?
The Nauts are not believers. We should not be dependent on heretics.
Have you gone completely mad, Domitius? We are on an island. How could we not be dependent on the Nauts? I want them arrested. Him and every member of his order. I will decide at a later time their fate. I thank you for bringing this business to my attention. Going after the Nauts. What madness. Without you, this city would now be drowning in chaos. Carry my best wishes to your cousin. His desire to maintain the peace on the island honors his house's reputation.
I will tell him, Your Eminence. Until we meet again.
С адмиралом поговорить хорошо. Перенесемся к ней. Так, где тут у меня дом? Вот. Так где я тут живу-то? Я заблудилась. Да нет, вот тут где-то. Не признала свой дом. А, вот же. Ну что ты тут встала? Отойти.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've settled the problem in San Mateus. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminis. The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. They should no longer be a threat to you. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies. We transported some lords, men and merchandise. They began to colonize the island. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tir Freddy was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of one of them.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one of our ships.
The child of an islander? But I know who my mother is, and...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. And here you are again. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You asked me for the truth, and now you have it. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go see him.
I understand you may be sad because you were lied to. But do not be sad about who we are. We are a proud people. And I am glad to know that you are one of us.
Come closer, good people.
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters, like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see? I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? The blood is black. Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me! Constantine, stay with me! Constantine! There is a chance he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No. No, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother. And the others on the continent. I'm dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so good. Cousin, I don't want...
Constantine, I am here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. So afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that cannot be dealt with later.
But please, please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story. Believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother was captured from here during one of them. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But... that means you are not...
your fair cousin. No. All the lies that we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told I am the spitting image of my dead father, lost during an expedition. I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my fair cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day. Kurt, what is...
Dismissed, soldiers! Leave us. We have much to say.
What is going on? I don't appreciate this attitude, Kurt. Must I remind you that these men all answer to me?
Times change, Your Highness. Or rather, they're about to do so.
Is that a threat? What are you hoping to accomplish? Don't tell me!
Silence! We have little time, and not to lose.
Kurt, what are you talking about?
The commander of the Coin Guard is here in New Serene at this very moment. He's preparing a coup d'etat. In the 3 cities of the island, our men are going to eliminate the governors and their entourage.
This is madness. How?
How? You'll go down as easy as plum pie and cherry wine. Standing behind every one of you is one of our men. You have entrusted us with your security. You are completely at our mercy.
Then why did you send your men away, and why are you telling us all of this?
I've known you both for a very long time. Too long. I've come to know you, to respect you. And I've never reneged on a contract. These orders go against all that I am. A cold-hearted mercenary, definitely, but never a traitor. And so now you are forewarned. You must take action.
Thank you, Kurt. I will not forget this. Constantine, we need to get you to safety as well as your counselors.
But I want to...
What? Take part? You can barely stand up. No, we must take you into the cellar.
If I've completely understood what you've said, Kurt, the governors of our cities are also in danger.
Yes. If you want to keep your allies, Your Highness, you also need to warn them.
Correct. We cannot let them fall into the hands of these traitors.
I will find the means to send them a messenger. Do you know where your conspirators are?
It would seem I should be one of them. They are counting on me to eliminate both of you. The most urgent matter is to get our hands on the commander and his 3 lieutenants. The others are doing nothing but following orders. If we cut off their heads, they will fall into rank.
I always knew you were a good man.
Don't make me change my mind. We'd better be off. Now.
Ну, зашибись.
We'll certainly have to fight some traitors at Torsten's behest on our way to the cellar. Stay on your guard.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight.
We must also think about the advisors, including your professor. And then we have to rescue Lady Mirange.
We must hurry, before the guard can act.
Ладно, это мы уже сделаем в следующий раз. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки. Увидимся в следующем видео. Всем пока-пока.